Okay. What's happening here? Okay, there we go. That's working now. Hey moron, how you doing? I'm just finishing my tea. Can't really draw because it'll steam up my glasses. Doing okay? Stressing about the coming week? Or is it like, I guess, very busy? But as for me, I'm doing okay. This is the third panel, I guess, of a commission. There might be a fourth panel, but I'm still waiting for details about that, whether or not it's necessary or maybe like what exactly they want to do with it. But this one's gonna be pretty basic. Just a guy thrusting or lunging, I guess, to grab something here. It's gonna be encircling him. It's like a ley line thread or something. And over here, it's the figure of the adversary that he's gonna be like kind of bursting through. So really, I need to sketch a few more elements, and I can just go right into paint because I think I just need a cape. He has like a scarf or something that I can have here. Maybe there are pieces of his outfit that are also gonna be thrown off from his motion. His hair is probably gonna be blowing backwards. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Same commission as before. I assume you've dropped the idea of having those page margin sort of things. Yes and no. So yes in that I probably wouldn't be doing them physically, but I could do them digitally. Like, it depends on what he wants. So like if he wants me to do that, that's on the table. Because it's gonna apparently be featured in like an art video presentation alongside a bunch of other art that he's commissioned by many people. So like lore video type deal there. I'm assuming a lot in that the presentation of his lore is going to be, because he has like a lot to do with books and library and magic and stuff, so I assume that he's gonna have one artist depict one section of the story in their art style, and that's gonna be one book for a section of his lore, and then another artist depict another section. So like their what's it called, enclosed story that are kind of like an anthology or part of a larger story, which is going to be the overarching lore of his character. So that's what I'm assuming he's doing. Hopefully it all comes together. Sounds like a lot of dough was thrown around, especially with him having to hold off those payments for that one period. Yeah, he what's it called, is in and out of school. I think he's in school again now. So for the fourth panel, it'll probably be a while before we work on that. But for the panels that I have with him, they're all paid, so I'm good on that. Yeah. I don't know exactly when he, like, I think I remember him saying he's going to debut or re-debut towards the end of this year, but I don't know exactly the dates. Hello Kali, how you doing? Okay, I'm done. Let's see if I can fog up the lens. I don't think it fogged up, I think it just blurred. No, yeah, I didn't, because you can still see the focus part here. But yeah, let's get it to refocus. Doing okay? That's good. I'm doing alright as well. We killed a couple mosquitoes. Hopefully there's not more that I have to deal with, but I saw the hummingbird again today. It's kind of interesting. So not only did it come back to the same tree, but it also seems to have come back and made its nest at the exact same part of the exact same branch that it did last year. So I don't know what exactly that is about bird behavior, but that's interesting to me. I wonder if I'm annoying it by burning stuff in the backyard. Probably, yeah, but I had some stuff I needed to get rid of. Nest was yeah, it falls off the tree in winter, or like as the seasons change, it just kind of breaks apart and falls down. So, because I was thinking of going and getting it after it was gone, just to like keep. But then when I went to go and see where it was gone. Because it's a hummingbird nest. I just kind of want to see how they make it, right? They're kind of the mystery bird, the fairies of the forest. Hey Makio, how you doing? Stop barking. Hello, Timmy. How you doing? What does this mean again? I forgot to translate it last time. I assume it just means hi, but I want to know how to say it. I'm assuming it's like Privyet or some let me see. Translate. Yeah, it is. Okay. Cool. Need an eraser? Not because it's necessary, but I just want to have a clear sketch. Nice drawing. Spasibo. me see what this means. Wait, this is Greek? Why you just change your language all of a sudden? Is this clay? I don't know what that means. Greasy letters. This is, oh, you mean this? No, this is an eraser. It's a kneaded eraser, so you can okay, so say that I use it to erase something and then it got dirty. What you would do is you just go like this and it will self-clean, kind of. Because I've had this one for years and well, I've had this one for over 10 years and it hasn't become too dirty to use. Like, it was slightly lighter back in the day, but not by much. I don't really know how it's held up for so long. Maybe I don't do as much pencil. Like, maybe if I use it on charcoal, it would ruin it. I should probably look that up. But I assume that it'll be okay. I'll keep my glove off for now. I'll use it when I'm painting again. How is it greasy? I assume he was talking about the food. I don't know. Greek food isn't greasy though, is it? Maybe the oil, I don't know. Because that's the language from Turkey. Or was it Hungary? Actually, I don't know. It popped up as Greek for me when I translated it. Yeah, it's Greek, right? Yeah. My jokes land all the time, 50% of the time. Let's see, what is this word? What the hell? Don't translate, I translated it, it's too late. Wait, you're writing PP. Disgusting. Looking through the references here. Gotta go? Alright, have a good one. Thanks for popping in. Would you be the type to ever commission art of your own character, or is that strange for an artist to do? There's definitely reasons for artists to work with other artists, but I'm trying to like run scenarios through my head. Well, Well, if it's to make like a VTuber avatar, like if that's what you're asking, yeah, definitely. I wouldn't want to subject myself to that process. Um, that's more a blues thing, I guess. But it's literal torture for me. But like for just drawing in general, unless like there was like some way to incorporate another artist seamlessly into a project, like I don't know if you wanted them to do the background part or the coloring part or something like that, I guess that's a possibility too. That makes me curious. So to have your character or your art style of a character become a VTuber, you pretty much have to know that process, right? Unless you're doing something really simple, but I think you pretty much have to know that process because you'd have to prepare the drawing with the separations and all the layers and all that stuff. I don't know if you can draw a model and then send it to someone to cut up for you. That just sounds kind of crazy. There are people who do that? Oh, well. Yeah, I guess they're extra mad. That to me just seems like so far out of the scope of what I'm willing to do. What I'm willing to suffer through. Yeah, I don't think, yeah, I don't think I'd ever do that. And then I wonder what the cost is then, because they'd mostly be cutting and rigging the art, so they technically don't have to make the art. I mean, maybe they have to extend certain portions of the art, so maybe then they do have to do like a lot of extra work. Because yeah. Yeah, I can see that being an issue for certain aspects of a design. Could end up being a three-man sort of job. Someone draws, someone cuts, someone rig. You could probably even pick and choose who based on the budget or whatever. I don't think I'd ever spend money on this. This sounds like it would cost thousands. I mean, if paid to like a Western artist, I guess, because or with just the market, because a lot of people kind of want VTubers, right? So, or VTuber models. Because I was just thinking, okay, if you're paying like a Filipino, it probably is a lot cheaper than if you were to pay a German or something. I think I'd want someone who does the whole process, because it like with anything, if you have more people involved, it's specifically a German for no specific reason. Yeah. I think it would be good to have like one person do it, because that's less like problems. Although I know that it's typical for an artist and a rigger, right? They always have the artist papa and rigger mama, or vice versa. Crazy. I understand what makes VTubing models special, but there's a point where functionality of it, you might as well just make a 3D model, especially with the tech that they have now where you can do pretty much 2D, but it's 3D. And it would be significantly cheaper as well. The equipment to puppet it might be different. Well, like the face stuff, if you just wanted the face, I think they could still do that with tracking. But if you wanted to like fully utilize the model, which has like greater functionality with hands and all of that stuff, probably need to buy like an equipment outfit or something. That's what I'm wondering about. 3D models basically got shoved under the rug by a flood of live 2D, but I feel like there's plenty that can be done with 3D. Yeah, there is. There's actually a resurgence of it, but it's not caught on quite yet. I assume that it's in the next couple of years we'll probably see a lot more 3D. It's like the medium of VTubing. Might move on from live 2D because there's just it's the limitation of the medium, or people might just like that particular medium because there's PNGs that people prefer too, right? Some people prefer to just have PNGs. There's some PNG models that are actually quite complex where they depending on your tone or your volume, they'll actually animate differently. So different strokes for different folks. But when I started, like, it wasn't popping off as VTubing back in the day. It was branching off from VR chat days where there was personalities doing their VR chat shenanigans with their VR chat avatars, and then people would make custom avatars, and it would basically be doing what VTubing is kind of doing now, except in virtual. And obviously the entry there is an expensive headset, right? And I think the headsets are still quite expensive. They haven't really gone down much, but it's still a lot less expensive than if you wanted to make a VTuber. I think you could get full body tracking and everything, I think, with less of an expense. It used to be cool. They used to have concerts and stuff, depending on who you were following, of course. A lot of them were just doing craziness, and there were, as with everything, predators. Predators galore, but that scene almost directly evolved into VTubing. When VTubing, the medium of it, was being developed, there's like an old program that I still have with me. It's a Japanese program called, let me see if I can find it. Anime Effects, and you could rig your images inside of it, and then there was like a live 2D module for I forgot which studio. There was a visual novel making software that had live 2D in it before live 2D popped off as like its own thing. It was there so that you could act out the animation of the character and like record it basically. And then there was, of course, just the funny little turn yourself into a cat or whatever face tracking apps. All that technology came together many years ago. What are you drawing? It's right now it's the pose for a commission of do you remember the one where I was drawing that guy fighting a rival Time Lord? There was supposed to be 3 panels. This is the 3rd panel of him basically defeating him. Yeah, it's that one. So it's the 3rd panel of that. But right now I'm basically just drawing the pose. Let me make sure that the cape or the scarf comes off of him in the right way. Okay, so that, yeah, it's on that side of him. and it goes, I think it's from the back, but how does it like, where does it wrap around? Does it wrap around his head? I mean his neck? Or is it? Oh, okay, so there's apparently a little thing here. Like a brooch or something. And it comes off of the brooch. Need to see here if the inside or the outside of this scarf is different. There's like a lot of drawings that I have here for reference from like other artists and stuff. I want to make sure. Okay. It might not even matter that much, but his sleeve is folded up here and crumpled. He has like, what finger is this going to? I need to check that. Probably have it in my other drawing, but I... Okay, so it's the middle finger. You guys watch anything interesting? Movies, podcasts, whatever. Anything recent? What is Weapons? I saw like one person speak really highly of it, and I thought to search it up, and then I forgot to do it. But oh, you're not a podcast guy. I watch tons of podcasts. It's like a horror movie, or that, or it's a thriller. I don't really know. First trailer looked good and sounds like it followed through at least. Oh. While it's on my mind, let me actually look at it. Weapons trailer. That popped up fast. Ugh. 3 months ago, 1 month ago, I watched the first one. Weapons ending explain what it's really about. The real tragic meaning of weapons. Lots of videos out here explaining things. This is a true story. Director Barbarian, I don't know what Barbarian is. The heck? She's raising a bunch of jokers? What the hell? That kid Naruto run away from? Oh wait, no, it's sideways, kind of. Mm, yeah, definitely unsettling stuff. So interesting. They took, if the teacher isn't there in 15 minutes, we can legally leave. Mm. Okay, so this person's saying, wait, this is about the trailer though. Hopefully it's true about the movie too, but like this is something that I've thought about recently, how jump scares are super cringe. And like whenever they happen in a movie, it never actually jump scares me, it annoys me, and I really don't like the movie for that, because it ruins the horror of it. Like to me, when they do the jump scare, it ruins the horror of it. So the anticipation and stuff is what, like, the feeling that I like. But yeah, it looks interesting. Yeah, it seemed like an original concept. What's happening? Oh, I'm sketching out a commission. Hello, Angel. How you doing? I was watching a weapons trailer just now, just like get an idea about what it was. Have you gotten into any new podcast shows, movies, games? I've completed RoboCop. I accidentally missed 2 trophies. You could get them in one playthrough. So I decided to do New Game Plus, and I'm just gonna rush my way towards those 2 trophies, finish it off. But the thing is that it's actually much funner the second playthrough, because you get to keep all of your abilities, and you actually feel like RoboCop from beginning. One of the problems I had with the game initially is that you felt kind of not like RoboCop in the beginning, or at least like the gun itself wasn't hitting as hard as it should have. But definitely second playthrough is really good. As for movies, I bought because I have it all on my what's it called, Amazon wish list to see like things coming really cheap. Like whenever a Blu-ray comes really cheap that I was waiting for, I buy it. I bought two. Superman, Man of Steel, that one. I like that one. Like I think I saw like some people didn't really like it for whatever reason, but I feel like that one is a good depiction of Superman to me. I bought something else. Oh yeah, the Raid collection. There's like Raid 1 and 2 basically. Indonesian movie, right? I don't know if you watched it, but that's some of the best fighting choreography in film. Action choreography, the way they get the camera involved and everything with the impacts. There's actually a Korean production called The Villainess of some chick, and they implemented a lot of that in that action movie as well. I remember when me and my brother watched it, we were like, oh, is this the female John Wick? But it's actually the action's a lot better than John Wick for a lot of these Asian movies. Podcasts. Yesterday I watched a Joe Rogan of I can't remember. His name was Chad something. Some guy who like lives in the woods, hunts squirrels and stuff. 3-hour podcast. Shows haven't really started anything because for those 3 shows is the biggest commitment for me. I don't get that feeling from anything else. I think I was just thinking about well, I don't know if you guys have this feeling, but you ever watch like an anime or whatever, and however many like episodes you go through, and then at the end of it all, it's like you get this depression or like blues from like, oh, it's all over, and then it's like all the characters, you don't get to really see them again, or whatever. I don't know what that feeling is called, but I don't get that from any other medium. It's only shows or anime actually. You guys get that, or have yet to feel that from anything? Okay, so maybe keep up the art. I will. I did with certain things. Okay, all right. So yeah, definitely with certain things, I would say that there's some anime that I didn't really get that feeling for. But maybe it has to do with like, okay, I'm never like the character's story is like kind of like following um what like a friend is doing at a stage of life, and then you just kind of feel like you get cut off suddenly, and then you just don't know. It's like they're dead. I don't know how to explain it. I think I get it a lot with. I used to get it a lot with slice of life anime, actually. Now that I think about it. Um, this is gonna be kind of sad or whatever, or embarrassing, but I got it with Lucky Star. I don't know if you guys have watched Lucky Star. I got it with that. I got it with K-On! What else did I get it with? A few other animes. But I don't really get it, I guess, with like a lot of the shonen anime. Probably not with a lot of them. I can't recall feeling that way about any. There's also a lot of closure with certain anime. Like you don't really their story arc kind of is complete, and there's not really something that you want to follow about them afterwards. Whereas with slice of life anime, it's not really, I feel like there's not much closure there because you're kind of following them with like a pretty mundane series of events, so you get kind of attached to them as characters, and whatever the story is or whatever they're doing in the story is quite secondary to that. So then you never really get closure, because then you just kind of want to see what else are they going to do for the next stage of their life or whatever. What other stories will they have? Whereas if it's like something like Naruto, it's like, oh, he becomes Hokage, okay, whatever. Nice job, bro. There were some gag anime that were kind of slice of life-ish that I did feel that way about too. Now that I think about it. There was one, I think there's a sequel and I haven't watched it yet. Even though like it took a long time to get a sequel, so people were pretty hyped about it. But I liked it a lot. The Devil is a Part-Timer, I think, is what it was called. I should check on the second season of it. Hopefully it's as funny as the first season. Like at first I went into it because of the premise. Because like typically an isekai has a protagonist or whatever. They go to another world and they become like the hero of that world, right? In this case it's the villain of that world that gets like isekai to our world, like a normal world. And there's like no magic in our world, so they don't have any powers. At least like for the initial portion of it. So I was like, oh, let's see. They're like apparently trying to take over our world, and then they start from the bottom. So they start off as like McDonald's employees or whatever chain that they parodied for that. So I was like, I'm gonna watch this, and it turns out that it was just a complete comedy, and it was actually funny. I had it with Haibane, Ranmei, Elfen Light, Girls Last Tour, Mojo Mojo, Doremi, Hello Charlotte. Yeah, I would see that with Hello Charlotte. This one, 2 Ender Lilies, Crosscode. Oh, these are a lot of games that you felt like this about. Yeah, I don't know if I felt like this. I'm sure there's at least one game that I felt like that about, but it's not coming to mind. Because I feel like games have a lot stronger a sense of closure. Although I think that Persona, I can understand how like there still feels like more to like delve into, I guess, with the characters and stuff. Because even with Persona 5, I felt like that a little bit too. Not coming to my mind for games right now. Sorry I'm late, I can't stay long. I was talking with my friends about something. Talk to me anytime. What the heck? Who are you? I'm gonna... Well, I can't even guess. I don't remember what your last name was, but I feel like I know who you are. Either way, have a good one. Who is you? Maybe you have to consume better media to get a sense of that. What do you feel are the best animes that you watched? Because I feel like with your age, there's a lot of things that you would have missed. But you've also said that you watched like old media more often. So I don't know. I don't know. Alex, oh, okay. Alrighty. Well, I guess you're off to bed, so have a good rest, Alex. I watch in order. What is that, like everything you've watched, or these are like the most notable ones? Small piece of Pokemon, Digimon, Doraemon. Oh, okay. Phantom Stalking, Edge Runners, Evangelion, Komi Can Communicate, definitely. Yeah, I guess I didn't feel that way about any of these, so. Yeah, Evangelion always had like I didn't really like the characters. Like I thought Rei was cute, and I thought Yeah, what's her name? Starts with M, I think. The beer lady. I thought she was hot. But then, like, things get really dark. And then you just end up not really liking any of the characters much. Death Note kind of fell off after L died. For me, at least the anime of it. I have a bunch to watch though, because like I had my anime craze when I was still in Florida, which is like over 10 years ago. And what happened was I don't really know if there was a streaming service. There probably was Netflix in its earlier stages, but I didn't care for that. I still don't care for that. I just download whatever I want to watch, and then if I like it, I buy it. A lot of stuff is not available to buy though, so it's not my problem. It's always been like bizarre to me that there's so much stuff that they could make, various companies really, various IPs they could have. I feel like a lot more sales if they, or maybe it's just me, maybe it's me thinking that other consumers are more like me than they actually are. I don't know. But I think they might have missed a window where they could have sold a lot of physical copies of media, like anime. It just wasn't available anywhere I lived, really. And I couldn't find it on Amazon, so I assume it wasn't really available much of anywhere. Like I still don't have a copy of a Blu-ray of Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, and I really want one, but I can't find it anywhere, at least not for a decent price. And to me, it's like a legendary status anime. I feel like it would, like if they were to pop up out of nowhere and say, "Hey, we're putting out Blu-rays of this," people would really jump at the chance to buy them up. That's what I feel like, but maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. But yeah, if you haven't watched that moron, Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, that's a good watch. 50 something episodes, I think. Doesn't stall the story much at all, actually. Pretty good brotherly protagonists. Good score too, the OST. Ironically, the only thing I know about that is a piece of OSTU someone overly edited Oblivion through. Oh, well. If you ever have time, That's something that is worth your time, I would say. Damn, we distracted you from the drawing that much. Oh, how long has it been? Oh crap, it's been pretty long. Doesn't matter. That's what stream is for. As long as I was supposed to start painting, of course, but whatever. As long as I get the sketch done, I think I'm gonna be okay. I don't really have a time limit, so I can work on this for a few streams. I want there to be like streaks. I don't know if... Oh yeah, streaks of energy, I guess. Of him like passing through the baddie. Which I kind of have to... Should probably establish how much space he's taking up at least. So like the exit could be something like this. We can have it shred a bit. We could have like stuff just bleed into each other. Like the cape can dissolve into the dark purples that would comprise that figure. Being of pure energy, I guess. But I still need to have enough about their figure established to show that they're being like torn through. So I guess I'll put the rib here. I'll put like their head going down like this. Spine. Peel this area. Shoulder. too much mass on the arm there. Skull doesn't matter too much because I'm gonna have the hair kind of fly off or fly like kind of all over the place there. Just kind of need to have his jaw. Cheekbone. Let me see if I can adjust the setup a bit because like the what is this thing called? The phone is in my face. And it's like annoying. looking for a reference. Man, what's all this shit here? Hello, Just Megalodon. How you doing? Sketching out a commission. What you been up to? You doing good? That's good. I'm doing good as well. I'm gonna pull the pull the reference I'm using because there's a whole file reference and I constantly I'm having to scroll through it and it's annoying, so I'm just gonna pull them here, put them down, and use them from, yeah, okay, cool. Okay, so see, he has like a big coat, so I need to figure out how to. From here. coat? Yeah, he has to have a coat on. Um,
Trovata
Okay. Yo, do you work on a studio or something? No. Work solo. Someone followed, I think. I thought I heard a noise. Yeah, Valinix. Hey, thanks for the follow. I don't really like how this view is. So let's go back. Maybe there's a way I can have it be where you guys can see the full drawing and it's not in my face, but I don't really know how to figure that out right now. Oh, I thought because your artworks are professional. Oh, well, thank you. But no, as you saw, I just work at my little desk. I can show you the rest of my little workspace, but only if you want to see it. I need a really long stick because this one is too short. Basically, I need one that reaches this wall up here so that I can rest my hand more properly. Like I can do it at certain angles here, but not in every angle. Or I can just risk drawing things loosely. Thought that was for perspective. No, it's just for me resting my hand. Because like, if you are drawing from your shoulder, you're gonna be more like unstable, I guess, right? So when you want to draw fine, obviously that's good if you're drawing like big gestural details, but if you want to draw finer details, you need at least I do, need a place to rest my hand. So the stick is basically, this part is like stuck on me, and this part is resting on this thing. And I'm just gonna go into areas where there's a need for detailing. And because I'm anchored, it's stable. Painters do this a lot actually, when they work on large canvases and stuff. So. And I'm gonna have to paint on this, so I'll be using this as well when I do that. This guy here, his hair can come off like this. never knew that. Oh. I guess maybe it's more for traditional stuff, right? Like traditional techniques. Hello, Alexia. How you doing? I'm working on a commission. How are you today? I'm doing pretty good. You're good as well? That's good. Been a while since I drew traditional. I've been drawing probably mostly traditional lately. Mostly traditional in general. I really only do digital if I think it's easier to do something or if I have to for like a commission or something. But I really do prefer traditional. The only issue for me right now is this thing is really in the way. It's like where you guys are looking is my head. So I'm having to like move my head off to the side to like get a good view. Maybe I should like. Okay, so if I move you guys here and I move this way. I mean, it's at a very awkward angle. Like for me to draw on, it's at like a weird angle here. Yeah, I guess there's no escaping it. It's always gonna be weird. I'm gonna put this down here. That's my lamp. Excuse me. Yeah, same. Here I've been mostly digital, so I really need to get back to traditional. Bless you. Oh, was it loud? Oh, I covered my mouth and everything with my elbow. Sounded more pained? Oh, cause yeah, probably because I'm trying to make it quieter. Like if I let myself actually sneeze, it's a yell sneeze. I don't know if you know anyone who does that, but they have to fully yell and sneeze at the same time to get it like to get that proper satisfying sneeze. Okay, if I move this here, I move my thingamabob this way. You guys can see okay, and it's not in my face, so I think this is the optimal angle to work with. And my father does that. Maybe it's an old man thing. Yeah. think that it's gonna be more than just him blasting through the enemy. It's gonna be part of the enemy kind of melding with him as well, so which has some foreshadowing, I guess, with it. Hey Johnny, what, you're old? Yeah, I'm really old. You can try to guess if you want, and I'll tell you the real age. You can't keep me in time jail. I will travel to when I please. How you doing, Johnny? 30. Johnny guesses 30. I'll give you a moment to guess Megalodon, and then I'll just tell you guys. 40. I'm 30. I turned 32 this year. Also 32. 30 is great, isn't it? I feel like 30 is the 30s are gonna be like pretty good. At least better than my 20s. I don't know if you feel the same yourself. Y'all are actually old. Yeah, I can tell that you're on the younger side, but I guess it's all relative, right? '90. Oh, okay, so you're not like, well, you're super young compared to like us and stuff, but yeah, I thought you were younger than that. Felt 18 until I was 30. I skipped all the way to feeling like I was 80. Really? I feel better. But like, yeah, I guess for me it makes sense why I feel better, but you're like, oh, but I forgot what my age was. I feel like I skipped some years. Yeah, that's a feeling that I've heard a lot of people talk about. Like, it really is kind of like being cheated out of a couple of years of normal life. Like, I remember it was a big deal. My little bro, when we moved, it was like, because of like the timing of our US Canada / Canada US moves, it like stalled him a year each time, I think, or like a year after, actually, like for him to like go to college and stuff. So I can only imagine what COVID would have been like, because it lasted, I don't know, like how long were they doing their nonsense? Like 3 years or something. Better take it slow, I think. I don't have kids too soon or take out a bunch of different loans. Yeah, loans are. I don't do that. At least not anymore. For kids, definitely was not ready a couple years ago. Now I think I'm more ready for that, but you gotta meet the right person, so I would still like to be more financially stable. But I could deal with things. All I have is student debt. Yeah, luckily I don't have any of that. I became like a slave for a year to make sure that I didn't have to carry that for any longer than I needed to. Do you ever care about what people think of you, or has that changed at all? I used to not care at all, now I care quite a bit. I think I care more than I did when I was a teenager or like just mid-20s. Um, People definitely have become more important to me in life, so that might be part of it. But it's obviously for very specific things, like not for everything, right? Like there's some things that you just shouldn't care about, or like they're not really that important. So for example, I guess, just to give some examples, is like for insecurity stuff, like personal insecurities, I still don't care. Um, but like making sure you're in shape is important, not just it's less so to look good and more so to be actually useful to the people around you, and not them having to worry about your health. You not having to worry about your health in the long term because you have to stay healthy. stuff like that, I guess. I don't know. There's more depth, I guess. But I was really shallow when I was young, so maybe it's just me becoming more normal. Having more regard for the future and people. 2 hour mark? Okay. I'll sketch a little bit more and chat a little bit more. But I'll try to wrap up too. I don't care because I used to care a lot, and people just like you only when you reach their standards, and I understood it after I turned 18. Yeah. The thing is that like how you feel about things is gonna constantly change for the for your life, right? So whatever stage you are now, it's gonna probably change later. Different things happen. Yeah, I guess it's not even really, it doesn't really matter to explain it because it kind of has to go that way, I think. Things are too complex to just not give a fuck about. Like some people pretend like they do, but there's always someone out there that will hate no matter what. Yeah, that's true. There's always an aspect of things that you do care about. I think as you age, maybe maybe your sense of what is important to you is gradually refined, and then you probably get more of a foothold in regards to what's important to you, what you stand for, etc. Just some people are like parasites in life. They just make you feel bad about yourself just because you don't fit their standards. But then when you do, they'll be more friendly, and that's meaningless. Megalodon, are you perhaps talking about your parents? I think I felt like that about... Well, there's still some of it, I guess, because like... I guess like approval at some point. Stop seeking that because... No, but Loki. Yeah, so like approval for things and like acknowledgement of your efforts and stuff like that definitely was something that I did shed around your age. Mid-20s still was like that. it doesn't really matter too if it's like you understand in your head that they do love you and they are trying to um look out for your best interests and all that stuff. Even understanding that, dang, it felt like I lost that around 13. Oh damn. Yeah, they raise you to obey and not live, and that's trying to think of what the antidote to that was for me. I think maybe sometimes instruction without experience is just not going to stick. Like if they tell you, oh, you have to do this and that and the other, but you don't have the life experience for that to really matter to you, then it's not really going to mean anything. Good night, Collie. Have a good one. I'm trying to paint some sunflowers for a commission. I can't paint. Have you little experience with painting? This is gonna be a painting too, by the way. I'm just being a little bit excessive about planning it out because I like to know exactly what I'm doing. I don't really like being confused about my direction especially when I'm trying to like get something work done. This one doesn't really have a deadline, so it's less pressure, but still. Paints a lot of plein air watercolors and airbrush. Damn, plein air is like would be anxiety inducing for me in and of itself, and watercolors just make it worse because I have not attempted watercolor yet just because of nervousness around. I'll probably dive into it on stream eventually. No, you're not allowed, Begiert. Not allowed. Banned. The paint's allowed playing it. Oh yeah, so like can't really get I just can't really get it to click. I'm dumb, so I vibe with 3D better. Oh. Yeah, I guess you're a sculptor. Sculptor brain. For me, 3D could not do it. Sculpting 3D, I could kind of do it digitally, but mesh work, I couldn't do it. It was driving me insane. To me, 3D is complicated than 2D. I guess in some respects it can be. Like when you get to to making it like do all those those rendering paths and stuff like that. The polygons there everywhere, yeah. Cannot cannot stand it. I think this section here I need to figure it out a little bit more. But the final thing here is probably to figure out where the because he's supposed to be outstretching his hand to grasp a ley line or something, or maybe something that was inside this guy that is like the source of his power, because he wants the time powers for himself. So I need to kind of find like a path to entangle his figure in a way that kind of leads us through this properly. And then lead us like here. I'm low-key nervous about my job because I'm not experienced in the production yet, even if I draw to. Yeah, you told me about that. I was surprised. That they kind of threw you in into the role there. Okay, so we can go around, it's like here, go up here, behind this way, boom, boom, boom. Around his hand this way. And then there. They just like my portfolio. Oh, okay. I like drawing though with graphite or Copic markers. I don't know what it is about painting. My thoughts just lose a clear path of what to do next. I'm just like, this isn't real. It's all flat, but why? There's maybe some of that with me too, because like I'm spending a lot of time doing the drawing for it, right? So maybe I guess mapping it out might help you. I don't know. Hey, Lord Smog, how you doing? I'm about to end, actually, Lord Smog, so didn't really get that far with this. but at least I got to chat with you guys more than normal, I guess. Because normally I'm just kind of silently working on stuff. More so than chatting. Okay, so this cape goes this way, but what about the other side of the cape? Maybe like this. Maybe, yeah. I think maybe I'm being too excessive with it, honestly, but I feel like one day I'll rely less on the sketch and I'll be able to do it. But for now, I'm a lot more comfortable working with a solid sketch. Doing multiple little thumbnails of color studies helps me. Oh, thumbnails is something I need to do more of, especially for the comic stuff. But for drawings in general too, I should probably be doing that. I low-key want to become a VTuber, but I need to draw and rig. Yeah, that's we were talking about that earlier. I don't know if you were there. You probably weren't. But talking about how the 2D market is like too expensive. You either have to know how to do it yourself, or like maybe 3D is cheaper. I don't know. Yeah, VTuber stuff. Which VTubers do you watch, if you watch any? I'm a Phase Connect fan, so I watch mostly Phase Connect. I've watched them since the beginning, essentially, of their company. Okay. That energy seems interesting. For me, it's I watch literally anyone if they're funny. But I forgot the most watched VTuber names, but mostly from the reality platform. Which reality platform? One thing I want to say about the storyboard, I'm now working on 5 pages. I try to make it look decent, which is why it's going to take some time. Probably just post it randomly on Discord one of them. Okay, yeah. Yeah, whenever you're ready to post it. I'm looking forward to seeing it, so. Reality app is for VTubers. I have never heard of this. Let me see. Let me see what this is. Reality app. Oh, it's like a VTuber specific app, right? It looks like that's what it is. No, it's like an anime avatar thing. It's a mobile app, okay, yeah. Yeah, I never knew about this. All the VTubers I watch are YouTube/Twitch. This looks like, is it more of a Asia thing? Maybe? Because there's some Japanese text here. I'm in reality often. Live stream Arn games? Oh, okay. Not actually, it's not really. Everyone around the world. I never heard of it. But yeah, I think I said I was gonna end like a while ago. I should probably do that. Because not gonna get much further than this. I need to figure out details, something for up here and something down here definitely. This is too much space to leave empty like this. But yeah, that's for either off stream or another stream. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. Johnny, Smog, Megalodon, Moron. I'll see you guys when I see you. Oh, but I mostly just watch singing streams and art, but it's fun. Also has downsides. I actually got into VTubing, watching VTubers because of art, or because of singing. But that's a story for another time. See ya.